Greetings, gardeners. Welcome to the jungle. So today I'm going to show you how we start our vegetable plants. And we always start our own from seed. So this is our little potting table made with an old kitchen sink. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Reuse old strawberry containers, the little clamshell packs of strawberries you get at the store. We save those, remove the top, and use the containers as little seed flats for starting seeds. That's perfect. So we use our own homemade soil blend. So this is a mix of coconut coir, because we're all peat-free here. And we have some perlite in there and some compost, some sterile compost that we buy from the county. So we have little labels here, and these are made out of old plastic blinds that we removed from our house when they broke. And we cut them into tiny pieces, and we use those as our labels. So we've got our soil in there, our labels, and then just sprinkling the seeds on there. All right, and once you have all your seeds on there, we're just going to cover it with a nice thin layer of soil. Not doing too deep, because what I'm planting today are all leafy greens and brassicas, and they don't like to be planted too deep when you sow the seeds. So we're going to compact that down. It's the middle of December here in Southwest Florida, where we're in zone 9B or 10A, depending on the year. So it's a good time of year to start your leafy greens because they like cooler weather. If it's too hot, they will bolt, and that means they'll start to set flowers and seed before they've ever given you really enough leaves to harvest. So they will just immediately start blooming, and you won't get a harvest out of them, and they'll be bitter, any leaves that are there. So now it's cool out. The highs this week are going to be like in the 70s. So it's the perfect time of year to grow our cool temperature plants down here. And then we will just water them in. Nice little shower setting. Next, we're going to take the plants and put them in the greenhouse. Roaches, like I said, our yard is full of roaches, so you always got to wear boots. All right, so this is our little greenhouse where we'll plant where we put our little flats of seeds, and in a few weeks, if we're lucky, it'll look something like this. These are tomatoes and pepper plants down here. These are bigger tomato plants. There's some other seedlings here. And then once they get big enough, so about this size and have one or two true leaves, we will thin them out. We'll prick them out and put them into something like this, one of these flats that we have, until they grow up to this size. These guys are ready to go plant out in the garden now. Or we'll plant them in something like this next when we step them up, or small pots like these. And then once the roots are out the bottom, that's how you know they're ready to go in the ground. So you can see this flat here. You can start to see some roots out the bottom in some of these pots. They can go now, but I'd leave them a little longer. They can stay in here longer. I like to see a lot more roots out the bottom before I plant them out in the ground. They should be fairly easy to pull out with all their roots intact when they're ready. So these guys can probably go another week, and I don't have time to put them out today anyway. And this is what they'll look like about 2 weeks after putting them out in the ground. Still getting their bearings here. And then this is how they'll look about 6 weeks after putting them in the ground. So these are our brassicas and our leafy greens that we're growing. Now here in this bed, we have some direct seeded brassicas that are very dense. And these are when I just wanted to see what would happen if I just directly sowed my brassicas directly in the ground in our nematode-ridden soil, our dry, sandy, nutrient-poor soil, and they have gone crazy. So I'll have to thin them out. And this is a mix. I just mixed all of my brassica seeds together because I wanted to see who would do the best, and they're all doing pretty well. So we've got bok choy, Chinese cabbage, pak choy, 3 kinds of kale, yodfa, rapini, And I thought I put some purple bok choy out here, but I don't see any of those sprouting, so maybe they didn't do as well. Anyway, that's all today on starting seeds in the middle of December in Zone 9B and 10A, and I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know what you might want to see in the next video if you have any requests. Bye for now.